to please reverse engineer and figure out who you are and figure out what level of monetizing and stuff you need and what level of creativity you need. I promise you one thing that will catch you very off guard. Let's start with this. I fully 100,000% with no hedge do not believe that you can teach entrepreneurship, right? So that's awkward. What I mean by that is that, it's crazy for me that that word is now considered like cool and good. Like when I was your age, 20 years ago, entrepreneur meant that you were a loser that was figuring it out, right? So watching what's happening to the world right now, where this has become a hot topic, is interesting to me, and I'm super pumped that people now value that in a different way than they did I grew up a DNF student, right? And the reason I grew up a DNF student was I was unable to sit in a room like this and listen to whoever was sitting up here because all I wanted to do was sell shit, right? And so that's all I've ever known. I've had no other gear. Somewhere around 4th grade when I got an F on a science test, I literally that day was like, yeah, that makes sense to me because I don't give a about Saturn. That's not who I am.
We all want success, but what success means can be different for everyone. You can't teach entrepreneurship. Focus on what you know and what you are good at, and don't allow the perception of what you should be doing to change your mind. Everybody lies to themselves. We all want to be something, but you have to audit who you actually are. More importantly, you must have a passion for what you do, no matter what that is. If you are even 1% unhappy with your life, you have to do something to change it. Many of us are working for the weekends and can't wait to be off. You cannot allow that to happen, because sacrificing time away from your loved ones in your personal time has to be worth it in the end. The only way you'll be able to get into that frame of mind is to love the process of what you do. It's nice to have lofty goals of being able to buy expensive things and live the high life. But if you don't want to grind and do what is necessary to get there, then you've already lost. Nothing is worthwhile if you aren't prepared to enjoy the blood, sweat, and tears it takes to get you there. Before you set those goals, take a self-inventory and ask yourself how much stuff you actually need to be happy. When you do that, know that there is absolutely no correlation between how much money you have and how happy you are. Plenty of people make meager livings and are the happiest people on earth. Conversely, there are many wealthy people who are miserable. Love your own process and don't focus on the money, but rather pay attention to the balance you need to maintain to be happy. Be yourself and find something that you can live and breathe to create your own success in life.
Passion is the game. If you are pissed that you're falling asleep, then you're winning. And if you're not, you're losing. It's as simple as that. And I'm convinced with every piece of my soul that the far majority of the people in this room do not love to death what they do. I started Wine Library TV on my 30th birthday. I was driving from New York to New Jersey to the store and realized I was only 99% happy. That 1% made me change my entire life. If you're not 100% pumped every second, if you actually are happy it's the weekend, or are pumped to go on vacation, there's a dirty word that nobody ever wants to talk about. It's the dirtiest word in the game: work. You have to work your face off to kill it. And there is no substitute. And the only way you're gonna work 15 hours a day and pay that sacrifice to be away from your loved ones and travel and hustle is if you're doing something around a subject matter that you live and breathe and die for. Young entrepreneur, let me tell you something from old entrepreneur, which is I love the process of the work. I love the grind. I love the climb. I love the idea of getting to buying the jets more so than buying the jets. It's the process. To delegate out what I love would defeat the purpose. Of course, I want to spend as much time with my family as possible, but that would be lying to my soul if I didn't do what I want to do. And what I want to do for a living is build organizations, build companies, create commerce, be a salesman, be a guidance counselor, HR character, social commentate and put out content. I would suffocate if I couldn't put out the work that's needed to accomplish the things that I want. The problem, young entrepreneur, especially when you're a young entrepreneur, is people want stuff, right? They want the bling bling here, right? They want the cool ass kicks. They want the car, they want the jet, not the Jets. They want stuff. I don't want stuff. I want the sweat and the pain and the gratitude and the happiness that comes along with the work. I want the work. I don't want the stuff. I know tens of thousands of people, and I know thousands of people extremely well, and I know hundreds of people deeply well. There is no correlation between how much money someone makes and their level of happiness. I have friends who make $47,000 a year and are the happiest people I know. Their work-life balance is on point. They're part of 2 soccer teams, they play video games, they watch every show they want, they take 2 vacations that they scrap together, and they're freaking happy as hell. And I know tons of people who I grew up with in the Silicon Valley boom who have hundreds of millions of dollars in their bank account and are as miserable and as lonely and as broken as you'll ever see. So I implore all of you to please reverse engineer and figure out who you are and figure out what level of monetizing and stuff you need and what level of creativity you need. I promise you one thing that will catch you very off guard. I should be way more rich. I leave money on the table every day. I've left ungodly amounts of money on the table.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content.